Supposed to give me the O.C.G, and I'm here playing Hollow Knight. I love you, Echo. My cat's right over there. That's what I'm talking to. Fuck. Yeah, I remember the problem. Hey, boss, I appreciate you. That's cool. Yeah, this game definitely has a very calming, gentle soundtrack. Okay. Here we go. That's good. I'm really happy for you. You just gotta keep at it. I know that it took me forever to get anywhere with the streaming. Many, many months of not anyone watching my streams, like, ever. And it can be really easy to give up when that happens and just feel hopeless, like, shit, nobody's watching. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that's great. I honestly, I have to admit, it's really cool for them to include that as a pack-in game. I honestly can't remember the last time a system had a pack-in game. In fact, I don't think any Sony system has ever had a pack-in game. And I'm not talking about bundles where it's like an occasional bundle. I'm talking about on all systems. I don't think PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 have ever had that. This is Sony's first pack-in game. I mean, it was great. My hope is that one of these days they'll make like a full-size Astro game. I would love that if they made like a full release. Because I had a blast with Playroom, but it's still like a bite-sized chunk. I can't imagine, even begin to imagine what they could do with like a full game budget. And like, proper platformers are kind of becoming a dying breed. You know, I, as well as you, grew up in the age of 3D platformers. That was like when they came to prominence, and like 3D platformers were all the rage. Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64. You know, everybody wanted to make a platformer. And now it's like platformers are almost like a niche genre. Yeah, it depends on the game. It also depends on the traffic. Sometimes you'll just get lucky, and there'll be a lot of people watching a game. Yeah, of course there were. In no world is Bubsy a good game. Bubsy 3D, but I mean that's the same thing with everything though. Anytime you have a genre, there's always gonna be some fucking terrible games. But like, I miss when we used to get big budget platformers. Like, I would kill for another Jack and Daxter game. Or fucking... Or fucking Maximo. Just like... I've seen Pandemonium. I've played a little bit of Pandemonium. But I haven't played a lot of it. I mostly know of it because it's a Crystal Dynamics game. And I'm pretty big on Crystal Dynamics. Because of Soul Reaver. So... So I played it a little bit ages ago, and I definitely, you know, am familiar with it, but I'm not, like, super familiar with it. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff. It definitely looked very unique. But then, honestly, that's one of the things I love the most about Crystal Dynamics. They make very unique games. I don't think anybody could accuse Crystal... Hey, how's it going? Fucking... I don't think anybody could accuse Crystal Dynamics of making boring games. In fact, I'm actually excited now that Crystal Dynamics isn't part of Square Enix, because it honestly seemed like they kind of... Square Enix kind of curtailed their weirdness. I'm here. Huh? And they weren't allowed to be themselves and be weird with Square Enix at the helm. And, Square Enix basically forced Crystal Dynamics to only focus on Tomb Raider. And there's nothing wrong. What time is it here? 9 p.m.? I'm in Eastern time. I'm usually up very late, though. I'm usually a night owl. Like, I'm usually up in the middle of the night. Just because I like it that way. It's quieter, there's less people. I'm not a social person. But, like, Crystal Dynamics was, like, forced to only work on fucking Tomb Raider. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Tomb Raider. And I'm glad I like the games they did. But it's like, they shouldn't only be forced to fucking work on one game series no matter what other games they want to do. Like, I hate that. Like, before Crystal Dynamics was taken over by Square Enix, they had all these different game franchises. Pandemonium, Gex, Soul Reaver, even more I can't even think of right now, but they had a big portfolio. And then after Square Enix, they just became the Tomb Raider team. They didn't exist for anything else anymore. That's bullshit. Square Enix basically forced them to do nothing but Tomb Raider games for like 15 years. And then when they finally gave Crystal Dynamics leeway to not do Tomb Raider, they put them on Avengers, which, as I'm sure you know, didn't turn out very well. And you know what? I don't blame... Yeah, like I said, I'm usually up pretty late. I guess that's why I get a lot of people from different corners of the world. That's the thing about me, is I just... Generally speaking, I prefer to do my own thing and be kind of left alone. Okay. Actually, I would say that soon, will be the time to play Avengers. Because... Unfortunately, Avengers is now being, like, decommissioned, but it's actually working out for the players, because I never thought Avengers was a bad game. There were moments of brilliance in Avengers. You could clearly tell that Crystal Dynamics cared about Marvel. That they had read the comic books, and they were spot on, and there was a lot of the combat and stuff that was great in Avengers. They managed to make every Avenger have, like, a notable combat style, and so they were, like, juggling, like, 6 different heroes. It was super ambitious. And you could tell when they were doing what, and you could tell, yeah, exactly, you could tell when Crystal Dynamics got to make the sections of Avengers they wanted to, it was great. The story-driven set-piece moments in that game were kick-ass. They have a lot of really good story moments in Avengers. That rival anything in Tomb Raider. You know, like, that just feels awesome. There's like the scene where like you first get to control the Hulk and you're just breaking the shit out of this lab, and it is just it's like awe-inspiring spectacle. You are just ripping this entire fucking complex to shreds as the Hulk. It's an amazing feeling. And it ends with like this whole boss fight with Abomination. So then it's like this fucking Hulk match. And it's like, man, this is great. And then it's like, no, we're gonna have you stop and do these MMO fetch quests now. And you can tell the stuff that Crystal Dynamics wanted to do and the stuff that Square Enix fucking forced them to do. And if they had just been able to make the game they wanted to make, it never would have happened like this. But the good news is, well, it's good news, bad news thing. The bad news is they're decommissioning the game, basically starting at the end of this month, March 28th. The good news is, though, is as part of that decommissioning, they're taking all of the microtransactions, all the loot boxes, all that stupid shit, and they're permanently removing it from the game. They're giving every piece of gear, every costume, everything to every player for free. And they also said they're going to do some major rebalancing, and it sounds like with the last patch that they're making for the game, they're going to rebalance the game to get rid of all that shitty stuff. All the MMO-style grinding and bullshit. So, if that's the case, that would be a fucking 180 turnaround for the game. Yeah, exactly. So, in which case, I am probably gonna hop back in and play the shit out of Avengers, because, like I said, when you're doing the story, it's great, but it's like every time you get into the story groove, it'd be like, hey, why don't you now fuck around and do 15 quests you didn't want to do before we let you get back to the next story mission? Like, it sucked. But, if they rebalance the game to remove that shit, I'm down. God, that's so evil. That's hard to say. If I had to talk about some of the most popular games that I've done lately, it would be Resident Evil 4. I've been going back through Resident Evil 4 because the remake is coming out later this month, and I wanted it to be fresh in my mind, the original, because I wanted to compare the two. And I guess I got a lot of traffic because of that, and my Resident Evil 4 streams have been doing much better than my regular streams. Like, many times better. But, like, if we're like, if we're going by, all-time best live stream, one time I got, like, really lucky, and I was, playing Cuphead, and I was like waiting for the DLC for that because it took them like 5 years to make the DLC for Cuphead. It's fucking ridiculous. And I became like the #1 trending page for Cuphead. So I got like 2,000 views in like a single stream, and had over 120 people like in my stream at once. And I've never had any numbers like that before or after. For some reason, YouTube selected me in the fucking lottery to be promoted for that game. So I just got a crazy fucking bump. Right place, right time. Like, I mean, like, it was kind of insane. I was like so many viewers that I actually was having a hard time keeping up with it. Not that I'm complaining. I'm saying I've never had that happen before. And I actually got like a huge subscriber bump from it. Got like 100 subscribers from that. And I'm happy to report that I got to keep most of them. I went from like 100 subscribers to like 200. I didn't freeze. I'm actually pretty good at dealing with pressure. That's the really good thing. That's the really good thing about my OCD. One of the only good things is because I spend so much of my time anxious and full of anxiety, I have a lot more experience dealing with it than 98% of people, and I'm actually pretty good in a stressful situation. Like, I will say that to my credit, I'm actually pretty good under pressure. You know, because like most people aren't used to anxiety, so they feel that fucking fear in their guts. You know, that real fear, not like unease, just like terror, and they fucking freeze because it's like, whoa, what is that? And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like fucking Bane. I'm like, you only have anxiety. I live in it. I'm molded by it. No, exactly. I take Zoloft. I take fucking antidepressants, and I'm still super anxious. So it's like, this is my life every fucking day. Welcome to the party, bitch. So it's like, I'm usually pretty good at dealing with high stress situations because I'm normally under high amounts of stress. Just in my average everyday life. I've even had like therapists not understand it. Like, weirdly enough, Stelline, I've never heard of that ever. But I'm not like super knowledgeable about pharmaceuticals. Anyway, so I take 100 milligrams of Zoloft a day. That's my thing. Ah. Wow, I get. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I agree. I do not handle large groups of people well. Yes! Fuck you! I've been trying to beat that fucker for days. But yeah, no. Oh shit, there's more? Wow. No, I totally get it. I do too. I do not like large groups of people. I hear too much noise. I have too much shit going on around me. And I freak the fuck out. That's partially why I'm up at night. Just because it means I have less people to deal with on a daily basis. It's quieter that way and people leave me alone. It's not like I don't like people. It's just I don't deal well with people. Or, you know what? I should say rather people don't deal well with me. I've had a lot of grief for being how I am, and a lot of people give me a fucking stress and treat me differently just because I'm weird. So, like, you know, that's the sad truth. All the time I see people saying, I'm so glad I'm weird. Yeah, no, you're not really fucking weird then, Susan, okay? Let me tell you something. If you know anything about fucking life, if you know the first fucking thing about life, then you will know that life is fucking awful for people that are different. And that most of the people, like myself, that are weird because we cannot be any other way. I tried for the very, like, the formative years of my life. I tried to change who I was to fit in because I so desperately wanted friends. Yeah, exactly. That's fucked up. For years, I tried to change who I was because I was so desperate for people to like me and to have friends. You know, and it's like I tried to be normal, quote unquote, and I couldn't do it. Most people being weird is not a fucking, ooh, I'm kooky. Most people being weird is fucking heartbreaking. And if they could be normal, they would. That's why whenever I see somebody saying like, oh, hey guys, look at me, I'm so weird, I just roll my fucking eyes. And you know, like, you can actually trace almost all of humanity's issues to that one thing. Racism, that sucks. That's fucked up. I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been there. But you can trace, like, all the issues of humanity back to people not liking different. People don't like racism. Because people don't like other people who are a different skin color. They're different, so they're scary. People who don't like gay people. Homophobes. They don't like gay because it's different. People who make fun of people like us. They don't like us because we're different. So many of humanity's issues and the problems that we have with each other comes from a fear of something that is different. And it genuinely breaks my heart because we should be fucking embracing our differences. Like, our differences are what make us us. If everybody was the same, man, life would be so fucking boring. Yeah, exactly. I've had women ghost me. I've told them my anxiety. I've told them, hey, I have O.C.D. Hey, I'm trying to get disability. And then they're like, oh, I understand. And then they just ghost me. Trust me, I know exactly how you feel. It fucking blows. I'm autistic. That's... That's my fun little cross to bear. Well, technically speaking, I have Asperger's. Yeah, no, pretty much, yeah. A lot of people say they want the truth, but they don't really. You've had so many people say, well, I just like people being honest with me. Then I'm honest with them, and they can't take it. Okay. Funny story. A few months ago, I'm on Facebook dating, or I was. Okay, so a few months back, all these women kept wanting me to get on Snapchat. And in my experience, Snapchat is for women to avoid accountability. They want to go and they want to fuck around with all these guys, but they want to do it on Snapchat because it deletes the chats. And honestly, I feel like that's stupid. If you don't want something to get public, you talking to a guy, you should just make better choices and not talk to that fucking guy. I feel like in society there's a problem with women like avoiding accountability. But so this woman is like, you know, do you have a Snapchat? I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to use it. And she like kept pressuring me to use the fucking Snapchat. And I'm like, Snapchat is just for hoes that don't want to take accountability. And then she just got quiet. I'm like, well, I told her the truth. Holy fucking shit. Man, that's cool. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter, okay? Like, if you're trying to talk to guys, that's funny. But like, that's the way I see things. If you're trying to talk to dudes online and you don't want your conversations to be stored anywhere, then that just tells me that you're just looking to fucking hook up with some dude and not get judged for it. I mean, that's fine. Just, you know. You know, it is what it is. Let's keep it fucking real. That's my problem. Like, if you, you know, be honest with yourself. That's the only reason you would want to talk to a guy romantically and not have the messages be stored. Yeah, pretty much. And you know, I don't like Andrew Tate, or people like Andrew Tate. I do think Andrew Tate can be a bit of a chode, but I will say this. A lot of these people are right when they say that dating is not very appealing for men anymore. Honestly, trying to date in this current world we live in is fucked up. Yeah, we have swinging in America. Yeah, trust me. We do. I couldn't tell you, like, the intricacies of it, because I'm not a swinger, but yeah, we have enough of it here. Definitely not something we're a stranger to. Haha. Oh, I'm almost, like, right, coming back to where I was. Okay, so I need to try and find my way. I have met so many fucking crazy women online, and it's a fucking nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare. Oh, the nightclubs are shutting down. Okay. Yeah, I know that makes sense. It's a crazy fucking time we live in. It's crazy. And we are dealing with all kinds of fucked up shit. I totally feel that. I get anxious about that shit as well. Hell, I just got rejected by this chick earlier today, and I wasn't even trying to date her. I was trying to be this chick's friend. Like, I had to go to the pharmacy to get my medicine, and I took an Uber up there and back because our car was stolen October last year. Yeah, right? I love that. He's just like, a date leads to this, leads to that. Yeah, that's funny, that whole fucking spiel. So I took an Uber to the pharmacy, you know, and I took an Uber back, and both times I had the same Uber driver chick. Her name was Erica, and we had like a really pleasant conversation. We were talking about like late 90s, early 2000s rock, you know, and Linkin Park, Evanescence, Paramore, stuff that, you know, like the kind of rock that they just don't make anymore, you know. And like we had a really good conversation, so I asked her if she wanted to hang out, and I'm like, you know, do you just want to be friends? And it was in no way like me making a pass at her or anything like that, you know. And then she was just like, asked me what I was into, and I'm like, you know, oh, you know, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Harry Potter, games, horror. And she was like, well, I like outside stuff, like horses and stuff. And then she like turned down my offer to be friends, and I legitimately felt, yeah, new metal, exactly. I legitimately felt like she basically said she didn't want to be my friend because I was a nerd. I'm like, what is this, 1984? Did you just fucking turn down my friendship because I'm a nerd? Like, what? I mean, I didn't say anything. I just, you know, like, okay, I wasn't gonna harass her, but it still was kind of shitty. It's like, I talked to this chick and I had some interesting conversation with her, trying to make a new friend, and she basically was like, hey, go fuck yourself. And I just, that sucked. Kind of hurt my feelings. You know, I could understand it. Maybe, like, I was trying to make a pass at her or something, but I'm just like, hey, do you just, you know, want to be friends? And I'm just trying to make friends, and it made me feel bad because I put myself out there asking that, and then it's like, slap me in my face. Look, I felt nervous even asking her the fucking question, you know? So then I got the nerve to ask her, and she's like, well, fuck you. It just sucked. And I thought we were having a good conversation, so it's like, she seemed to be having a fun time, so it's like, okay. It was just weird. And yeah, I love new metal, basically. Even though I don't... I'm so sorry. Rejection's a bitch. Rejection really is a bitch. You know, that was like a big thing why I wanted my channel to be the way it is. Yeah, she walked right into that one, yeah. I wanted my channel, my streams and stuff to be a safe place that people could come to and hang out without fear of judgment. And, you know, like, and not have to worry about being weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, not have to think, oh, well, I'm weird. You know, like, people could, like-minded people could come and be like, hey, I'm weird and you're weird too. It's cool. So, and I've had, you know, I'm happy to report that I've had some success with that. I've had a lot of people who are different come into my chat and open up and talk and actually feel good. You know, I mean, that's really nice because, like, even if it's something small, if I could just make somebody's day better, then it's like I actually accomplished something. Like I made a difference. I did something good. You know, just made somebody's day that little bit more fucking bearable. Because you know, people think it's like a lot. You know, like people hang on to a lot or they need a lot. Sometimes it is just the smallest shit that will carry you through the day. Yeah, that sucks. That, honestly though, like, if it makes you feel any better, that's not you. 90% of your audience is just gonna watch. Like, that's just how it is being a streamer. It's, the majority of people aren't gonna talk to you. Like, even in the streams I get, you know, I have you, Orbital Sigma, Lord Snow, Dragon Ball Master, a couple people that regularly talk to me, and now a guy who was in the stream earlier, Psyox, I think. Yes, exactly. Psyox, but like the vast majority of people don't in my streams don't talk to me. I have 5 or 6 people watching me, and not one fucking person will say anything. But you know, a view's a view. It's a view. It's like you said. It's watch time. So, like I said, I would just try not to get too beat up about it. It's not you, really. Oh, gotcha. It looks like the higher up I go, the more the shockwave expands. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. I dig that. Because you know what you want to do, at least what I want to do, is slowly build up a community. I don't even want it to be like the biggest community ever. I don't even want to be the biggest streamer in the world. You know, that's how you should do it. That is the way to do it. I don't even want to be like the biggest streamer in the world or any fucking thing like that. I just want to have a small, dedicated fan base. A small, you know, community, like... That's the goal. You get a fan base of people... Oh, man. Right? That's insane. But you get like a small fan base of people, and they stick by you. Oftentimes, you know, when you fucking get a huge fan base, it just doesn't last. But I've seen so many YouTubers, they're not the biggest, but they have a small, loyal fan base, like the Angry Video Game Nerd. I love the Angry Video Game Nerd. Is he the biggest YouTuber? Fuck no. But he has a dedicated fan base that will pretty much watch anything he fucking does. Period. Those are the people that stick around for the long haul. Those are the people you want. You know, and that's another thing, is it can be really tempting to only play what's popular. You know, because that'll get you views. But yeah, Zoraniac, I've heard of him, but I'm not super familiar. It can be really tempting as a streamer to just play popular shit, because you're going to get way more attention. But you don't want to do that too much, because then people don't come to watch you, they come to watch whatever the fad is, and when that's done, so are you. Your goal as a streamer should be not to get people to watch the game, to watch you. Because if you can get people to watch your streams for you specifically, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can play whatever you want to, and they'll follow. And when you get that, that's the dream. That's what I'm working on building. You can pretty much do whatever you fucking want to do. And you're not tied to current popularity. Even some of the world's biggest streamers run into that exact problem. Yeah, exactly. Like Ninja, he's one of the world's biggest streamers. And yet, despite having millions of viewers, if he's not playing Fortnite, nobody fucking cares. This dude basically has to play fucking Fortnite for like the rest of his fucking career. God, I don't think I could live with that. And I know even like really good YouTubers. They're really cool people. But yeah, exactly. But they're like known for one thing, and that's all they can ever do. And I don't want to be trapped into one type of game or one thing. So, like, yeah, I try to mix it up. One day I'm playing fucking Resident Evil. The next day I'm playing Dark Souls. Yeah, it's a great game. But like I said, one day I'll play Dark Souls. The next day I'll play fucking Hollow Knight. And then I'll play Resident Evil. I'll play horror. I'll play RPG. I'll play old games, I'll play new games. Like, I don't want to get fucking put into a box. At all. Ever. So, like I said, the goal is to get people to watch me. And I'm putting almost all the energy that I have into this. If I'm not sleeping or helping my family, I'm streaming. Like, I've put a fucking ridiculous amount of time into this shit lately. And in all fairness, you know, it hasn't been for nothing. I've greatly noticed my numbers improve since I became more dedicated. Although I know not everybody has the time that I have to dedicate to things, but still. Yeah, pretty much. Which, you know, kind of sucks. Because Vin Diesel's actually done a lot of really good shit. Like, he deserves to be known for way more, man. And, you know, if I'm gonna remember fucking Vin Diesel for something, man, it's gonna be the Chronicles of Riddick. Give me fucking Pitch Black. He did a way better job acting in fucking Pitch Black than he did in any of the Fast and Furious movies. Okay, I went back to where I started so I can leave now. But at the end of the day, you can still do way worse. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love Pitch Black and The Chronicles of Riddick. I haven't seen the third one. It's on my to-watch list. I even love the Chronicles of Riddick games. Escape from Butcher Bay was fucking dope. And like, Vin Diesel actually helped make that game and fund it. So like, Vin Diesel even does games and shit. He doesn't get credit for that either. Ah, fuck. Vin Diesel even did another game that was really good, the fucking Wheelman. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I've heard good things. I just haven't got around to watching it, that's all. That's the only, like, the problem. Is I just haven't got a chance to watch Riddick. But I like the first two movies, so I have no doubt I'll like the third one. And it clearly seems like it's something Vin Diesel did because he's passionate about it. You can tell he really cares about Riddick. And just the character in general. But like I said, it may suck that he kind of got typecast, but at the end of the day, he can cry himself to sleep in his Lamborghini. He can wipe his tears away with his stacks of $1,000 bills. No, I haven't heard about any deal he made. Gotta hate this fucking thing so much. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's cool. You know, I actually like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Like, I get people were upset that it didn't have main characters in it, but if you actually watch the movie and judge it on its own merits, it's actually a pretty good movie. Plus, I've always been a big fan of Lucas Black, so since he was in Sling Blade, so. Man ought not live with another man. Taters.
Velmi Ardred. Velmi Ardred. Velmi Ardred. Velmi Ardred. Helma Delka.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he was such a good character, they actually brought him back from the fucking grave. That just goes to show you that people liked him so much, so... I don't know, I'm kind of over Fast and Furious, though, like... They've just gotten so fucking ridiculous. It's like, what even is going on anymore? You know? Like, what are we doing? Fucking riding cars into outer space and just weird shit. Like, I just missed the racing, man. Like, remember when, like, the biggest thing that happened in those movies was just them getting, like, a shipment, stealing a truck, and now They're like in outer space and spy agencies and all kinds of shit. Dom has a fucking brother now. Apparently, The Rock and The Rock and Vin Diesel got along terribly on set. That's why, like, Shaw and Hobbs became like a spinoff, because Vin Diesel refused to work with The Rock anymore, but people really wanted him to stay a part of the movies because he was a fan favorite character. So, like, okay, we'll give him his own thing. Yeah. Nobody wants to be fucking collateral damage in that. I think they actually, like, there's a part where they actually fought each other. Yeah, I have an idea. Time for you to get the fuck out of here. I think they actually had a deal where in Fast 5 or wherever The Rock and Vin Diesel fought, that each one could only hit each other a certain amount of times and that it had to be an equal number. They didn't want one to look more badass than the other in the movie. Like, just like fucking childish shit. Well, Mom, The Rock hit me more than he said he would. Well, you just hit him right back, hun. Pretty much. I mean, it worked out for the best. It seems like The Rock and Jason Statham have a much better working relationship. And I've heard really good things about Hobbs and Shaw. I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw because I stopped caring, but I've heard good stuff about it. So they're happy. The movies are getting good reviews, you know. So it seems like thus far it was a good decision. I think they're actually already working on Hobbs and Shaw 2 and gonna make it its own fucking spin-off series. So must be doing something right. Okay, here we go. This is where I need to be. Honestly, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall. Yeah, I wish I could have been a fly on the fucking wall when they told The Rock he needed to leave the set. Vin Diesel doesn't want you here anymore. Like, can you imagine the poor soul that was forced to do that day, that pulled the fucking short straw? And it's like, you're the one who has to go tell Vin Diesel or The Rock he's got to leave. What? It's like, he's gonna kill me. It's like you can take one for the team, right? It's like, you want me to tell The Rock that he just lost his job? You want me to fucking die is what you want. And it's like, if The Rock refuses, it's like, will you tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to make him comply? You know, it's like, you just see a security guard go up to The Rock and he's like, hey buddy, you gotta go. No. Okay. I'll come back later. Like I said, because you're not gonna fucking tell The Rock no. You're just not. He's like fucking 6'5" and like 300 pounds of muscles. He could fucking bench press you. I mean, he has full fucking combat training. Like, you know, I mean, Brock will fuck your shit up. Man, I would be like nervous of telling The Rock like his pizza was cold. I'm sorry, Mr. Rock. I overcooked your burrito. What? Oh God. Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see that. Vin Diesel and The Rock both definitely seem like they want to be the leader of the given situation, the alpha, and it really just, you can't have two alphas. So I can definitely see, you know, one of them was starting to call the shots. I can also see how it kind of makes sense that Vin Diesel won that fight, though, because he is pretty much the heart and soul of the Fast and Furious, especially now that Paul Walker died, sadly. And not only that, but he even produces them. Like, he actually invests money in them. So he's not just an actor. Like, he's helped make the movies. So it makes sense that... Yeah, exactly. You just fucking come home, and The Rock is fucking your wife, and most of the time you'd be like, oh, you know, why are you having sex with my wife? You come home and The Rock is fucking your wife. It's like, hey, do you need like a pillow? Can I get you an extra blanket to help you find my wife? Just, you know, whatever makes your life easier, man. I want you to get the most out of this. Then you come in, you see The Rock fucking your wife, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. It'd be like if you came home and Chuck Norris was borking your wife. Like, what do you even do in that situation? You're so fucked. Okay, I'm almost where I need to go after spending a fucking eternity backtracking. Like, me personally, I'm mainly excited for Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's, like, the main thing I'm getting fucking stoked for. I can't remember the last time I was this stoked for a game. I love Resident Evil 4 so much. I really do love it, and it's like, it's so cool to see it getting the fucking remake treatment. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, no, put your seed in my baby. Just let me. Do you need some lube? Would that help cushion it, Rock? I can wipe the sweat off your brow if that'll help you, bro. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil 4. Probably the game I've played the most in my entire life, so I'm just really excited for this remake. Comes out in about 10 days. Well, 11, but it's almost 10. It's 10 for me anyway. Like that. Yeah, I saw that on your channel. That you were like, one of your videos was you going through all the RPG Maker games. Fuck me. Oh well. At least I'm right there this time, so I don't have to run all the way fucking back. Shit happens. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to bed. I'm super tired. I'll probably be back up in a few hours. If you want to watch, then you can. If not, I totally get it, but I enjoyed talking to you.